Hello, welcome back, dear students. Welcome to our channel Mechanical Engineering Made Simple. There was no video for the last 2 or 3 days, so I have engaged in some other works. So, without wasting any further time, so let us continue learning from the videos. So, today we were discussing the engineering materials. We have started the engineering material subject and we have completed some chapters, and we are in now phase diagram. Okay, so what is phase diagram, etc., and we had a brief introduction also. So, in this video class, let us see what is a phase diagram. Okay, iron carbon diagram. So just have a look at this particular diagram. So on the y axis temperature is plotted, and on the x axis the percentage of carbon is plotted. So this is basically the phase diagram of iron and iron carbide with percentage of carbon on the x axis and temperature on the y axis. So what it is going to give? So it is going to give the transformations that occur in iron, pure iron, when carbon is added and it is cooled or heated through certain temperature ranges below the melting point. Okay, starting from room temperature. Okay, so let us see some more idea about. Let us have some more idea about this iron carbon diagram. So we will see in this diagram. So what we can make out from this particular diagram? So iron carbon diagram, equilibrium diagram. So why it is called equilibrium diagram? First of all, so equilibrium diagram means, so you are heating and cooling. So the same phases will be appearing whether you are cooling or heating. Okay, the composition or the mixture of two alloys. So not the mixture of two alloys. So that means solution of one metal in the other. Okay, so now let us see iron carbon diagram, equilibrium diagram concerns transformations that occur in alloys having composition from pure iron to cementite. So you can see the diagram from the diagram. So here I show you. So if you see the percentage, you can see that here. So maximum is 6.67 percentage, the maximum percentage of carbon. So okay, in the iron carbon diagram, so what we can get is the 6.67 percentage. So that is what he is trying to say. So it is basically the equilibrium diagram. It concerns the transformations that occur in alloys having compositions from pure iron. So left side it is at the origin it is the 0 percentage of carbon. So as we move right side on the x axis, so you are adding carbon to the pure iron, so that you are making it an alloy. Okay, iron carbide alloy phase diagram. So iron, the carbon in iron is going to make what is known as the steel. So now let us see how we can demarcate the steels and cast irons. Okay, just now, just a short while from now. So besides, it establishes a correlation between the microstructure. So what are the different structure of the transformations that occur, or the phases that occur while you are cooling or heating the carbon in pure iron? Microstructure and properties of steel and cast irons also, right? So cast irons and provides a basis to understand the principles of heat treatment. So when you are heating any alloy or cooling, so lot of phase transformations are going to occur. So if you have an idea of the iron carbon diagram, or iron carbon diagram as we call shortly, you will have the idea of, you can easily understand the principles of heat treatment. There are various types of heat treatments are there, like tempering, then you are normalizing, okay, all these things, hardening, all these things are there. So you can easily understand all these heat treatment operations when you are having good idea of the iron carbide equilibrium diagram. Okay, so now carbon is added to iron to improve the strength and of iron as an interstitial solution. So what is the interstitial solution? We have learned it is the between the atoms of iron. So this carbon is going to take place, and it is going to make it an interstitial solution of carbon in iron. So carbon is added to iron. So basically, what is the purpose of adding iron to the adding carbon to the iron? So the basic purpose is to increase the strength of iron by adding the carbon, so that the strength of iron can be improved. The maximum solubility of carbon in iron is 6.67 percentage, called the critical concentration. So whatever the maximum percentage of carbon solubility we are able to observe on the iron carbon diagram is called the 6.61% is called the critical concentration, maximum percentage of carbon in the iron solution. Okay, so if carbon is added to iron, it forms iron carbide. Iron is Fe and carbon is C. So iron Fe3C is called iron carbide. So it is basically either you can call the equilibrium diagram as iron carbide diagram or iron carbon diagram. So it is also known as Fe3C, which is also known as cementite. So and which is more hard and brittle phase, because you are adding carbon to the iron, it is going to result in either steels or cast irons depending upon the percentage of carbon you are adding to the pure iron. So when you are adding iron, it is going to make when you are adding carbon to the iron, it is going to make iron hard and brittle. Okay, so the properties main intention is to increase the strength. So if the percentage of carbon is 0 to 2.11 percentage, the solution of carbon in iron when the percentage of carbon is below 2.11%, so that solution is known as solid solution is known as steel. Okay, next, if percentage of carbon is varying from 2.11 percentage to 6.67 percentage, that means any percentage of carbon above 2% or 2.11 approximately, it is going to give us cast irons, and any percentage less than 2.11 or 2% approximately, it is going to give us steels. So brittleness and hardness of cast iron will be more compared to the steel. So we have got two things here, one is the steel and other one is the cast iron. So definitely, because the percentage of carbon is going to increase the strength, and along with strength the brittleness and hardness are also going to increase of the cast iron. So brittleness and hardness of cast iron will be more compared to the steel. So because the percentage of carbon is more. So what we have learned? So today we have seen basically what is an iron carbide diagram. So how it is drawn, what is plotted on x-axis, what is plotted on y-axis, what is the maximum percentage of carbon in the iron solution, etc., and what is the result of adding carbon to the iron, and what is cast iron and what is steel. Okay. So tomorrow we are going to see more details about this particular diagram. So what are the phases? You are able to see number of phases, yes or no, like your liquid plus austenite, okay, then perlite, cementite, ledeborite, etc., and cementite. So all these things we are going to see tomorrow. So what is gamma? We already had an idea of what is gamma solution and what is delta solution and what is alpha solution. Okay, and what are the crystal structures of these solutions of carbon in iron also we had idea in the last class, and we have seen the what we have learnt about the allotropy, right, like alpha iron, gamma iron and delta iron. So in the next class we are going to see more details about this particular diagram, that is iron carbide diagram. Okay boys, so because of some work there was a gap of 3 or 4 days, so nevertheless we will continue our videos. We are going to study, we are going to complete the engineering materials first, and then we will be going for the next subjects one by one, and that will be useful for all your academic examinations and competitive examinations. Okay boys, my sincere request with all of you is that if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe, like, share and comment, so among your groups and contacts, so that it will be reaching to many students who are interested in learning the mechanical engineering. Okay, and don't pause the video, and also ensure that you press the bell icon, so that you will get the immediate information about the videos which I upload to the YouTube. Okay, wish you all the best. We are going to meet in the next video immediately.